welcome to session number 9, August 8th, 24, 22 EST. Today has been quite a rainy day, honestly. Not as crazy as it was yesterday, but it was drizzling a bit. But later today got a little better, so there's that. Okay, so this one's like a little bit overdue. Do Is that who I think it is? Oh my god. Okay. Um, okay. So this is just a continuation on the whole illustration as usual. Not gonna go too much detail over this, but all I can say is right now, we've done the sketching, we've done the illustration, we've done the coloring, and we've done line art, and I also got the details in. So today's session may be like a little bit short because I kind of started a little late. So what I'm gonna do is for the first round, which is gonna be an hour, I'm going to spend like some extra time just getting the details in. Like any sort of missing details that I have, like I need to fill in. I'm gonna take care of that, and I'm gonna get straight to um, yeah, I'm gonna get straight to finalize on starts putting the shading, lighting, all that stuff. And ideally, we should be done with this sketch, this illustration by the end of the week. So let's see who we got here. We got Shirley Vega, Amleth the Fuzzy Frizz. To be alive, don't get nervous because your idiot friend found your stream. Well, now you found. Well, now you know how I sound like, and now you know what I've been doing. So, well, like, we came a long way, but I appreciate on finding me and knowing what I've been doing so far. So, yeah, no longer making Woomy stuff. So there's that. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get straight to working and uh, go from there. I say for this one we can go something like this. I suspect that you've been working on 2D illustrations ever since you picked up the interest, so I guess nothing new. Well, I mean, right now I'm just taking a bit of a detour now. I mean, I've been wanting to do 2D illustrations for a while. It's just I picked up another medium, which was Source Filmmaker at the time, and I find that to be my preferred choice at the time. I mean, it has some advantages, like I've been able to make some cool renders at the time. However, there were a lot of limitation in the software, and the fact that the users of those software of those models can just take away from you from like that. I didn't like that. So yeah, and also there's like a lot of issues with the people, like too much in detail to go with that. But let's just say I had my time, it was fun, and now I'm moving on to something else. That doesn't mean that I'm abandoning 3D altogether, because I actually do want to get back to 3D sometime in the future. However, right now, this is what I've been wanting to do for some time. So I'm gonna have my time and do that. Keep in mind, we're talking about shit from three. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things can change. So tell me something I don't know. What's the latest news? I mean, like, what do you want to know exactly? That's the thing. I mean, hang on, just give me 1 minute. Let's see. I don't know, bruv. Are you getting married? Learning language? I'll get to that in just a moment. Let me just find... There we go. Let's get rid of that. So we need to get to... It's been a while since Let's chose this software, so bear with me for a moment. There we go. Okay. Go. Alright, I'm slowly picking up. But yeah, ever since... I'd say during that span of time, I mean... I've been slowly, like, learning, like... When it comes to languages, I mean, I've been slowly picking up, like, Spanish. That's one thing. Getting married, ain't gonna happen. Nope. I mean, there has... let's just say there has been people who... there's been someone who I've been looking to, so I can say that. I mean, I can tell you, I mean, I have my new job, so I've been getting a lot better. I don't know if I told you, but I discovered that my film school is an investment scheme after I got kicked out for singing from... Oh. I see. Well, I mean, hopefully... I mean, hopefully, you're doing a lot better, I guess. Like, hopefully it wasn't like... I keep on rolling that boulder uphill, but it keeps slipping. I see. Huh. Well, I mean, hopefully you have... Hopefully things are going better for you, that's all I can say. I mean, at the very least, you did learn some things in film school, right? I don't know, my dorm room contract expires and I have a whole month before it takes I want to rent before it comes together again. Huh. Well, I mean, again, I mean, hopefully it all sorts out. So for 1 month, I'm gonna... Oh. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I mean, I kind of know you. I feel like I kind of know you at the point, so I feel like you'll figure something out. I do wish you best of luck. Ain't a problem. But if I'm correct, is film like still a thing that you've been wanting to still do? Or if I remember correctly, you do want to do music, correct? Yeah, you are. You are a survivor. I mean, I remember, yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling me you used to make music in some way. I like doing natural stuff. I see. Haven't had time to work on it. Oh. I'm just curious because I remember you going through. Because I remember seeing. I remember. Like when I first know you, you at first went from making like Blender to video editing, all that stuff, to animations, and now you went through. I said music making, game design, to filmmaking. Like you jumped through multiple things. So I'm curious what you're doing right now. Well, I mean that's a good thing to learn. I mean, I try it as well. I mean, I built all this. I built this whole Steam template myself, and I've been experimenting with Adobe from Premiere, After Effects, all that stuff. I do want to get to the music. That's another avenue I want to try out myself. Right now, I'm a BDSM edgy. I don't know if that's a joke, but I mean, hey, I mean, that's good. That's a good thing to learn. Yeah, at this point I'm going to be a little silent because I'm just going to detail this stuff. But you're welcome to keep chatting if you want. I'm working on getting sponsorship from local organization from an electrician event. Hey. I mean, I'd say good luck on that. And once you get your sponsorships, what is it that you're planning to do next with that? Could be something I'll finally be able to dedicate myself to. Other things I've done never felt like they were going anywhere. Well, I mean, all I can say is I hope that once you get your sponsorship and you go through it, you'll finally find something you want to do. That's all I can say on that part. I mean, knowing you, I mean, you like I've been saying, you tend to jump from one thing to another, and I mean, it's good that you're flexible on that part. Well, with sponsorship, I'll have money, equipment, and locations to do whatever you want. Hey, that's cool. I mean, definitely do keep me in touch on the things you'll be doing. On top of that, the place I want to rent, I can use to host events at and rent the space back into the organization. Oh, that's cool. Like what kind of events you're talking about? snowball. Yeah, okay. Makes sense. The initial idea was educational lectures combined with Dungeons and Dragons sessions. Yo, you'll play that too? I mean, that'll be an interesting combo right there. I feel like everyone that I know is playing D&D. Yeah, I know it's like, I never played in D&D, but I got help. I see. Well, to tell the truth, I somewhat played D&D a while back, but that was the time when I never had anyone to play with, so I was kind of playing solo on my end. But I had people who've been wanting to. I have people who's been wanting me to get into like Dungeons and Dragons, to Warhammer, and Final Fantasy XIV Online, and I mean. Some of them I am slowly dipping into, like Final Fantasy XIV Online, for a couple reasons, but yeah, it's just simply I need to find the time to do it because most of my time is just work and this. I gotta be honest. Like I need to know. Like when's the last time you've heard my voice or at least know my existence? Because I know we talked a while back, but I felt like we lost touch for a bit. You've never heard my voice before. Well, congrats. After was it since? No, we used to call a while back. Well, here you know. Here we go. I mean, I still remember what you sound like. Oh. I mean, I'd say we need to, Yeah, one of these days we need to get back to a call and just... Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd definitely be nice. I mean, to be honest, out of all the people who were in that fandom, like in that group a while back, I think you're like the only survivor who I still talk to. Because for everyone else, they're either long gone, they disappeared, or they're jailed. That the last part was a joke, but yeah, I think you pretty much. I can't really say users here because I don't want to get. Yeah. I mean, ever since. I mean, what I can say is, I mean, when you got the big YouTubers that expose like a couple people that we witness ourselves. I mean, and everything's all out there. It's like they brought it on themselves, and I mean, I won't be surprised if anything happens to them. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I've been trying to I try to keep it like a consistent stream, but at the same time, like most of my sessions now is usually like progress of illustration to sketching. So this is what I've been doing right now. But eventually, I do plan to do collaborations, all that stuff. So, but that's like projected future. Right now, all I'm doing now is just sketches or illustrations. So, I mean, hopefully this isn't too disappointing for you. But I mean, I'm doing the best I can. I think I mentioned it before, but on this part, I don't want to get too crazy with the details because I'm limited by the pixels. If my plan goes in fruition, I could probably pick up a bunch of graphic design jobs. Yo, that'd be cool. I mean, like I said, I mean, definitely do hit me up with all your designs. You're the first person I thought about when it comes to help with. I mean, I'll do my best. I mean, I do assist. I guess I'll. I mean, I did help people in the past, and so I mean, I'll do my best to assist you to the best of my abilities. Actually, that could be an idea. Like, we can have like a live session, and you can submit your graphics, your graphic design, and we can both live just go through the whole design itself and just analyze it. That'd be a nice idea. That is only if you want to. I mean, we can always do it private if you want. Hey man, if you're up to it, I give you the job and the money. All I ask is a finder's fee. Snowballing. Yeah. I mean, I'll think about that. Yeah, like I said, I'll think about that. Maybe one day I'll hit you up and you can go through the details. Right now, I'm pretty much queued up with a couple of art trays right now. I mean, I have this one. I got another one lined up next month. And I have a bunch of prompts that I want to do on my part with my characters and my stuff. So, I mean, I'm a bit booked at the moment, but I mean, I don't mind to squeeze some potential opportunities in. I mean, I'm always up for that. If there ever comes up something like that, I show you what it's all about. Okay. What's wrong with this thing? Yeah, I'm just trying to find that layer because something's a little off in this part. Alright. How's this? No. Something's off. Like, what's wrong with this thing? Great, I have to fix this part. That's a little annoying. Yeah, I just try my best to organize as much as I can, but sometimes mistakes can happen. And just got to fix it as much as you can. Wait, what? This is confusing. Oh, that's it, I think. Uh-huh. At least you're good at something. I'm just kind of bumbling my way through a lot of things. Well, yeah. To tell the truth, I bumble as well. Because, I mean, even though I do my best on things, for the most part, I just kind of winged it. Because when I was assembling this whole Twitch thing, I mean, I had an idea, like I did plan it out, but at the same time, it's just I had no previous experience in streaming or anything like that, so I just kind of winged it, and that's what I did with most things, like from Blender to Social Maker and everything. I just figured it out as I go along, and that's kind of how I worked, and I think that's kind of how I tend to do professionally. It's like I just simply just do it. And I learn as I go along. But I mean, I've seen your work, and I mean, I remember doing your earlier works. You did manage to do like a good amount of stuff, and you did have that following for a time. I mean, I did remember those days. Yeah, I mean, I still remember your S&M stuff. I mean, you had like 20,000 views in that. Meanwhile, my animations I only made like maybe 20. Like that. Yeah, I'm guessing all of the people that we used to talk to in SMDM days, you don't talk to any of them as well, right? My advantage just was that I was early and all my plots ended with stupid jokes. I mean, that's true. I mean, I remember your your approach is like more a meme approach and more gags, and you did collaborate a bit more of the other artists. Meanwhile, I was just focusing on my own route, and I was going for more of like a serious tone. I mean, I think I did influence some people at the time, but honestly, I was like way too niche and way out there for people. I'm not saying that to be edgy or something. I'm just saying it's like I'm the stuff I make isn't what people want. I don't remember those times very well. I remember maybe like one or two people. I mean, I still remember some people. I still remember the names, but sadly, almost everyone is like I can't contact anymore. Only one, but he's kind of like a mix in some way. But I mean, all that matters is we kind of moved on and we found better people, or at least have people we can we're cool with and still stick around. Okay, so what you think of so far with the details of this? Let me bring up the where's that outline? There we go. Yeah, what you think of this so far? It's actually Pickles, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, what I want to do is I want to start adding like a bit of details with the labeling, and then finalize the glass itself. I mean, right now it's not like good yet because I mean I'm still in the blocking phase of the coloring, but once you get to the shading and lighting, that's when things get interesting. Of course, I gotta find I gotta find the layer of where I put it. Oh, by the way, do you draw humanoid animals? I mean, if you talk about furries, then yeah, I did draw them. Anthropomorphic? Yeah, I've done it. I'll tell you what, during break, I can share you some, like, very small samples. But if you're wondering, yes, I mean, I still have connections with people who, I actually have connections with people who are in that world. So, I mean, I'm not afraid to branch out. I was thinking about getting custom drawn profile picture, Monty and his pickles. Oh. I mean, I wouldn't mind drawing Monty and pickles. I mean, that would be one idea if J. Armin wants it. But for you, since I'm pretty much small public figure these days, I can't use a pick crew anymore. I mean, that would be, I see an opportunity right there. Alright, the question is, how soon you need it? Okay. Alright, because I need to I need to make a website or something like that to show off my queue. Because what's happening now is, right now I got people wanting me to do art trades, and right now I'm limiting to just one art trade a month, because after this one, I want to just pause an art trade for the month and focus on my thing, and by September, I got someone else to do art trades with, and I got another one, and just keep going. But first I have to rent the place, get a deal. Okay, but definitely do message me, do hit me up when you're ready, and we can discuss the details in that. I mean, I must warn you. I mean, even though I try my best. Um, if you're asking, if you want me to do like realistic or stuff like that, I mean, I might be limited on that. But if you want cartoony or anime kind of stuff, I can pull that off. That's my only warning to you. For myself, and one cartoon. Oh, that's good. Yeah, like I said, very soon once we get the break, once we get to our 15-minute break, I'll show you some samples of what I made. Hey, I mean, if you want, when that day comes, when the deal go through and I'm ready to draw your thing, I mean, I'd be happy to live stream it and you can see the progress. And you're welcome to give me suggestions or things that can be improved on while live, so that way I can get you like soon as possible. Yeah, no problem. It's all speculation for now, though. Okay. Oh, there you are. Let's see. All right, let me pull up my references and just so I can get the color accuracy. You know the drill, 90% of businesses fail. I mean, that's kind of how it is, like, including startups. Um, I think Gary Vee once mentioned that in order to make your money, you tend to just drop your investments on like 20 to 40 different businesses, and most of them will fail. But if one actually succeed, you get the big reward that will compensate all the losses. Am I going to fail? Big chance. Will I give up? Hell no. I'm the worst kind of cockroach. I mean, I went through different ventures before becoming ICO. I wish I could say it here, but I mean, I had my venture on before I became ICO. I did something else. Let's say that. The only hint I can give you is, eh, 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 eh. That's your only hint. But I mean, I do like your enthusiasm because, I mean, I mean, yeah, but yeah, you don't have to go explicit like that. Like, just you don't have to expose me like that out of the blue. I mean, I'll let it slide. I mean, technically under ICO, I am quote unquote safe for work, but I mean, I ain't afraid to share. I ain't afraid to show off those sometimes. Well, now people know. Oh well. Honestly, the only thing I'm worried about is getting. I mean, I don't care. I don't really care. Um, I don't really care if people knows that I do it. It's just as long as I don't get banned from Twitch. That's all. That's all I ask. I forgot the saying. I mean, I'll say this: there are people out. I mean, but basically, no job brings shame. I mean, that's true. I mean, look. I mean, I'm not afraid to. Okay, I don't scam people. I give them. I actually deliver what I promise. But I feel like I've seen people who they try really hard to hide on certain things, and what happens is the more they try to hide it, the worse it actually gets. And when people actually find out about it, it kind of destroys them. And I've seen this happening time and time again. Like, people really try hard to have this image of one thing, but it's clear that with the connections they have and what they do behind the scenes, it's very clear that there's something else. And that persona can be very fragile. So I'd say, I'd say the easiest way for me is just coming forward, just say, yeah, I did this. And I mean, now people know, and that's okay. I feel like just being honest, straightforward, makes things a lot easier, and makes people at least aware of what you do, and minimize the whole controversy. The problem is that people treat it like it's shameful and wrong, especially if the person who engages it and treats it as shameful as well, the effect goes further. I mean, yeah, I mean, I've known people who are like that, and that is unfortunate because it's clear they do it, but they're afraid, or they try way too hard to hide it, or they really discipline, or they really tell people not to spread it. Even on Twitch, some streamer figure out that if you do show something appropriate on Twitch, but just quickly remembering your mistake instead of panicking and apologizing, big chance you're not getting banned. Alright. Alright, I mean, if that's the case. Yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't care if people knows that what I do. It's just I don't want to get kicked from Twitch and all that stuff. But I mean, if that's the approach I have to do, then all right, that's fine. Because I know some people, even on Twitch, because I know some people, like some big people, they tend to do like a lot of like adult jokes, and they're cool with it. So Twitch works weird. You're not going to get banned because of me. I appreciate the kind words. I've been around Twitch for more than 10 years. I know the drill. Oh, that's great. That's great. Because to be honest, I don't know shit about Twitch. I mean, all I know is, what the fuck, I'm gonna say it. To be honest, I feel like Twitch favors people in bathtubs. That's my only knowledge of Twitch. It's like it feels like they're simping over those and ban happy on others. That's my only knowledge of it. So at least having someone who actually knows the drill of the whole thing does bring me some comfort to that. Ah! No. When winter comes, I'll start streaming again, and now getting smashed on Jaeger. Then you can see the extent of Twitch moderation. Hey, I mean, I'd be happy to stop by and see what you do. Just all I ask is, please don't end up like Blade with the Jaeger. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. That's good. That's good. Because, I mean, I know we it's been a while since the last talk, but I do wish you well, and I do want to see you around. I really do, and I'm very happy that you're here. Kind of shame we don't talk more often, but on the other hand, I haven't talked to anyone actively for a while. I do always respond to messages. It's. I mean, I do feel shame as well that I haven't talked to people like outside of this quote unquote community as well, because ever since I became Ico and I hopped in this quote unquote community, my people who I talk to kind of has been limited, but it's always good to have people like outside of it just to get some fresh air once in a while. But it's just simply, it's like, what can we talk about? That's the thing that's one of my obstacles. It's like, after it's for so long, what is it that we can talk about? But I feel like this whole stream has been a good icebreaker. But yeah, my DM is always open. I'm always open to. I try to respond as much as I can. We're adults now. What do adults talk about? I don't know. Pokemon. Stocks, baseball, the economic crisis of Somalia in 1995. Yeah, I apologize for the bot. Hopefully that doesn't annoy you. I just kept it there because. Coffee. Coffee. half latte. So here, hey, you want ASMR? There you go. Come on, take this. There you go. That'll be $20. I mean, I'd be glad to pour it on the mic, but I don't think it'll transfer to your to you. You know, you just killed. I mean, question is who? Oh. Apologies to anyone with headphones. Please stay. I need you. Well, now I know not to do that again. Hey, that's cool. All right, I got to fix the emojis. Started as a nice idea, but not what I have intended. But yeah, thank you so much for following, Amalith. I mean, what I'll say is I do try to have a live session like Tuesdays and Thursdays. For now, it's just mostly illustrations and sketches, and sometimes Saturdays. Maybe rarely dailies, but I mean, what you see is kind of what it is. Don't worry, I don't comment Twitch like ever anyway. No time. I mean, no problem. I mean, the fact. I mean, I really do I really do appreciate of you stopping by and see what I've been doing. Like, this has been a very great. I mean, this has been a great night already. I mean, so I appreciate you just stopping by and seeing what I do. Yeah, I've been wondering what you've been up to. I mean, what I would say is I went through different ventures. I mean, I can now answer your question a bit more. So, ever since I left the Splatoon community, I went through different avenues. And of course, that one thing I talked about. And now I just became Ico, and I kind of found my people roughly. But I still do my own things. Like I'm now, I've been able to do like art trades, commission. Like for once, I finally opened up and no longer an edgelord, so I can actually talk to people. So that's one thing. And eventually, I have some original like stories, animations, ideas that I want to make. I mean, currently I'm making one. Like, there's a story that I've actually been writing, and the characters I've been designing so far, like I have sketches, like prompts, all that stuff. It's still in the works, but ideally by before November, I should be able to sketch like a number of prompts of that character, and I should be able to finish the story. And after November, I can finally start making that series into a production. There's a lot of ideas that I have in mind, but it's just baby steps. To simplify, I'm now making original stuff and occasionally art trades and commissions. Yeah, so no more fanfics, no more Splatoon stuff. That's my answer. Can't get any stability these days. Oh. Unless that business collaboration with nonprofits works out. I mean, like I said, I do hope it works out, and I mean, I do have faith in you. I mean, like you said, you're a survivor, so I know you'll figure something out. Yeah, I mean, then I'll definitely have downtime. Yeah, definitely. Like, I would love to be able to work with you and like commissions and maybe collaborations like that stuff. I would like to do. I mean, I love to. I mean, it'll be really cool to actually get some people outside this community and work with. I mean, I'm always open to that. But yeah, like I said, I do wish you best of luck, and looking forward to the potential future together on stuff. I can't draw well, but that could make it interesting. I mean, I like to hear your ideas, and I can make it a reality. So I can do that. Because I mean, I'll say this. Besides people in this community, I mean, I still have contacts, people like outside of it. I have people who are in the furry fandom. I have people in different departments or different groups. So, I mean, my hands is always out there. I have my hands on a good amount of things that I like. Most I drew this year was adding a kind of kilt and piercing my Pick Crew profile pic. I mean, at least it's something. Ooh, let's see. Send it on Discord. It's nice that you still kept going with the animal. The oh man, what's that thing called? I forgot. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember the name. Axolotl, yeah. I mean, if it makes you feel better, I finally found the what's it? I finally got the blowhigh shark plush, so there's that. It's a really good plush. I really love it. Okay, that's that. I mean, for the limitations we have on the pixels, some of that, I say, I mean, this is not bad, like what we got so far. All right, I have 2 minutes left. Let's finish this. If I can find the layer. God damn. Oh, thank you. It's there. Oh yeah, the top one. I remember you showing me that a while back, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't have the pick of the kilt itself alone, but I don't have the chains, but stuff attached to it. I mean, it's still pretty cool. I mean, you did a nice job in that. Hey, that's cool. I mean, it's good that you have your own preferred garments. I mean, it's not much on my end, but I mean, lately I've been enjoying oversized and heavy garments on my end. Like, I tried, like, before I tend to wear, like, slim and tight, like, slim outfits. I mean, it works out well, but I like oversized garments because I love the weight and I love the texture to them. So, there's that. I mean, maybe that's, like, a very boring answer on my part, but that's my take on it. Oh, time's up. You're certainly the kind of guy who enjoys oversized street camo. Well, you're right. I mean, I don't have it, but I do own a bunch of Yeezys that emulates that sort of approach. Cargo everything, comfy, continuity. Yo, I actually do. Yo, I bought the Yeezy camo, like cargo pants, and I bought the Yeezy parka, anorak. Like, I can show you my collection of Yeezys. Like, I went full in. Yeezys fit the bill of what I want. That sort of like heavy, oversized garments with a mix of like apocalypse slash like military garments. That's exactly what I want, and it delivers. And ever since, I've been collecting every piece I can get. Of course, it depends on the collaborations that Kanye has. I mean, you got the Yeezy Gap, which is the more affordable option, and that's what I'm getting. You get the Yeezy Season, which is like the original stuff, which are which are very expensive. So there's that. And they got, of course, the Yeezy Adidas, which everyone knows. I just look like a hippie most of the time. I don't think so. I mean, to me, I mean, it looks. I don't see that. I mean, I've seen real hippies when I was used to be in Philly, and I know what a hippie looks like. So, you don't strike one to me. Okay. Time's up. Alright. I'm going to do something a little bit different. So, I'm going to put this away. I'm going to pause the music for a moment. How am I going to do this? Actually, I'm just going to put a timer on my end.
setting a 15-minute timer for you. Let's get things done.
Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. So right now, here's the progress we got so far. Yeah, most of the time it's just detailing the pickle jar, and I feel like I pretty much got the idea out of it. So for the next round, which is going to be the 1 more hour, I'm going to focus on actually doing the lighting and shading of. I'm thinking of focusing on the character first, and then move my way out on the rest of the background, and then back to the pickle jar, because I know the pickle jar is like the most detailed out of the entire illustration, so I'm going to save that for last. Well, I just wear oversized, colorful shirts with killed in cargo pants and the ugly sandals on planet Earth. I mean, that's still. I don't think that qualifies as hippie, because I mean, I've seen people like wearing that, and they're usually not. Um, I mean, I know some people who I admire. Like, one person I can think of is Dylan Brady, the guy who made one of the guys from 100 Gex, and he dresses similar to that. Yet he doesn't look like a hippie. Like, it feels like your average like LA dude. So, like I say, you don't seem like that. Meanwhile, on my end, I just wear like very oversized. Like, I tend to wear oversized, mostly black and gray garments, and yeah, camo and very mute colors. So that's that's my aesthetic, or my preferred choice. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you some examples of previous illustrations I made that you want. So let me pull it up. Give me 1 minute. While we do that, I'm going to switch the music. So let's go with this. Okay, so this one I made way back in March of 2022, and this one is actually an art gift for a person who I used to talk with, and this is before I had like a proper, yeah. So this is one example of what I made. Yeah, I can go for like a very colorful and cartoony vibe. So that's the approach I can do. Um, let's see. This one is. I mean, this was kind of like a shit post. When I was in when I was in like a Discord call with someone, but this is like another example of what I did. So I can do a cartoony vibe and have the that furry aesthetic. So yeah, that's Gumball. So that's what I can do. I haven't I haven't drawn much furry stuff lately, because there hasn't been like a demand under my inbox. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I mean, I'm open to that. Of course, like I said, I cannot do extremely like realistic stuff at the moment, because I haven't got the skills yet. Um, this is like a little bit. I know this is not furry, but this is like another example I can show, like the colorful, cartoony vibe I think you're looking for. So again, this is something I've made back in 22. So if this is kind of aesthetic you're looking for, then I can do it. Technically, it's a guy. It's a IRL friend. He wants me to draw him in the Green Mage from that one indie game. I forgot the name of the game, but essentially is it's kind of like Undertale but reverse. Like in Undertale, you're encouraged not to kill people, but in this game, you're encouraged to kill people because you want to put them out of their misery, and you're supposed to dodge like obstacles, something like that. And they have kick-ass music. I forgot the name of it, but the character he wants to be dressed up as is Green Mage. So that's that. So hopefully this helps you. Um, Hopefully these three gives you an idea of what I can do. Well, what idea does the kilted axolotl give? I mean, if you ask me, um, hang on, let me go to my archives. Also, I like this one sense. That's cute. I mean, I could pull that off. I mean, I still remember that one cartoon, that one before you became. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know if this is appropriate to say, but um, before, I mean, back when we used to be in the SFM days, you used to have that profile of the black and white with. Yeah, before you used to have that one character, that cartoon guy in the Splatoon guy with the black and white saying "I want to die." I remember that one. Um, so it reminds me of that time. It reminds me of that drawing, if that makes sense. I still have it. Yeah, the one thing about me is I'm an art. Lately, I enjoy art. I tend to archive a lot of things, so um, I do it because I want to. But let me see. Um, I found the original, but not mine. Do send over. Yeah, as I said, I think I still have the old DMs, so I can always just come back and retrieve it. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember the Kitty one. That came in a lot later, but the Splatoon one, I remember that one, but not that text is different. It has a great background, and I think I have the archive of that. I have to pull it out sometime. It's gonna take time because I'm trying to go my cloud storage. But yeah, I could replicate something like that if that's what you're looking for, but maybe more detailed. Oh wow, you got the higher res version. Yeah, that's the one. I mean, if you know what, I might as well do this. I do have, I have the drawing version. So, checkmate, atheist. Haha. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna be serious. I'm going to find that thing I'm talking about. Oh, we got 3 minutes left, so let's get I gotta get a move on. Portfolio, I think it's 2018. No. How far does it go? Unless I'm looking in the wrong place. Alright, I'm gonna type it out. I hope that my shifting identity is an anchor for you. Not really. Because lately I've been thinking about a new name. I mean, I've been used to people changing their names like 5 to 6 times, so at this point, I'm pretty much used to it. As long as you just give me a heads up, I appreciate it, because there are people out there who just wipe everything like out of the blue and just change their name the next second without telling anyone. I hate that. So, I mean, as long as you give me a heads up, then I'll be aware. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Actually, I don't have to send it to you. I can just show it right here. Let me pull this up. So this is one drawing I made. I think this one was in 2018. Or how long ago did I make this? 2019. I'm sorry. So if you're, I guess, I think this might be the aesthetic you're looking for. Tell me if this is what you want. But yeah, I'm okay. Look, I'm okay if you want to change identities or username. I'm okay with it. Just give me a heads up, just so I know. That's all I ask. You mean this style character going outside the picture frame? I mean, I could have it outside the picture frame, or I can... I'm not getting it. I mean, the color, the aesthetic... I mean, just the color and the theme of it. That's what I'm talking about. Like, do you want it, like, that cutesy pastel color? And like I said, I can have... Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like pastel, most likely. Yeah, then I can definitely do that. And like I said, I can have the character either inside the frame or outside the frame. It all depends like how it looks. When a date comes by and when you're ready, we can get in detail and we can discuss on that. And like I said, I can stream it live of the whole production, and you're welcome to give me suggestions or change up touch ups later on. I'm a colorist, my man. You can use the proper terms. Colorist. To be honest, I don't know the color terms myself, so I don't know. I'm just going by I'm just going by words. Like it's like I said, it's been a while since I last done colorful things because most of my stuff lately has been like very like muted and I quote unquote realistic lighting. So, but I don't mind I don't mind the challenge, so I'm all up for it. Okay, um, I'm gonna put all this away. All right, so right now we are in round two, and for this one, my aim is I'm gonna get a move on, and I'm going to start dealing with the lighting of this character itself. That's my main focus. Just this character with lighting and shading, and I think that'll be it for today. Unfortunately, today is gonna be like a short session, like a short stream because I started a little late. But if possible, then tomorrow I should be able to have a longer session and we can finally get this thing done. Because my aim is I want to get this illustration done before the end of day Saturday. That's the aim. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna start working. So let's do that. Let's pull back the timer. The thing with axolotls is that they're pastel IRL. Yeah, I'm aware. I mean, like I said, I don't mind trying out colorful and pastel colors once again. I mean, I will do it. It's just, it's been a while since I last did it. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, let's try this. Alright, let's do this. Let's bring this up. There we go. I'm going to start with going with the hard light and see how that goes. And if it doesn't work out, then I can always just tone it down. No, actually, I'm going to go with soft light and see how that goes. And looks like shit. This is gonna be a problem. Huh. Let me try this. Release clip and mask. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the skin darker and see if that helps. No, let's not make him Shrek. Let's try this. Okay. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, I can always adjust the color. I'm starting to rot, and whatever you're saying escapes me completely, so I don't know if you're saying anything. I mean, I'm just talking to myself. Like, I'm just trying to figure out with the... So what I'm doing is I'm trying to make it like a dramatic lighting with the character to the window. That's my approach. But the thing is, I feel like the colors are not correct. Like, I feel like something is off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to block this out, and I'm going to at least... I need to get some work done around here, otherwise I fall asleep. Alright, I appreciate you on stopping by, and it's been really great hearing from you again. So yeah, I mean, hopefully we can meet again. Hopefully we meet each other once more. But yeah, good luck and have a good night's sleep, Amalith. But yeah, like I said, what I want to do is I'm not gonna go too crazy with like perfecting it now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna block out the details, like the where the lighting and shading should be, and I can deal with the colors later. So that's right now the approach that I'm taking right now, because if I go crazy with the colors and everything like right now, then I don't think this will ever be done. So I'm just going to relax, take my time, and to see how well it works. Alright, it's slowly coming together, it's slowly coming together. Just gotta take my time and don't overthink this. What I can do is... yeah, I can take all this out for now. Yeah, I think this is the best approach. I'm just going to just block out the hard light on both. I'm going to block out the hard light and the hard dark on all the aspect of the character. Then I can add in the gradient. So that's the approach that I'm going to have right now. Yeah, let's dramatize this a little bit more. You know, the more I listen to the more I listen to Aphex Twin's ambience, in a weird way, it reminds me of the days when I used to. It's gonna sound like a weird story, but before I became accepting with all type of music, the only thing I listened to back then was mostly hardcore techno, and I guess mostly EDM music. And back in 2014 and 16, I used to play like a lot of Gmod back then, and that was one of the factors that led me wanting to do what I want to do now. I remember at the time, like Gmod back then isn't what it is today. I mean, you do get the multiplayer stuff, and you have like all the add-ons and that, but back then it wasn't as like well known as today. Multiplayer maps, I mean, you'd be lucky if you're able to get into one because the servers weren't as good, and I think loading one up takes maybe 10 or 20 minutes. And back then, when you had Gmod add-ons, you don't have like the, so it has like an evolution. Nowadays they have what's called the Steam Workshop, but back then, if you want add-ons, there used to be a website called Gary's Mod addons.com or .org, and that's how you get your add-ons. Like you have to purposely download it yourself and install on your computer. And the issue is that when you have so much stuff within, if you have like so much add-ons in Gmod, it overloads the system and it'll take forever to load. Like I remember just downloading like 20 gigabytes of add-ons, and the load time to actually start up the game was like 20 minutes. So it was ludicrous, but it had to be done. But the point I'm trying to say, the main thing I was trying to say is, at the time, I tend to go to newgrounds.com a lot, and of course I will watch their animations and stuff like that. But one of the things I tend to do as well is I will go through our music section, the music section, and I'll actually look for techno or rave music from Newgrounds, and it sounds something like this. So so whenever I wander off myself on Gmod, just taking it all in, because most of the time I just play single player. Like I mostly play as alone, and I remember taking the time to admire the maps people made and just exploring the world. Like this is before the days when people thought the idea of liminal space. So I remember just wandering off like all alone in the map itself, just listening to Newgrounds techno. So just listening to this reminds me of that day, those days. I know it's a very weird story to tell, but in a way, it feels nostalgia.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Yeah, in this one, I'm going to experiment with the eyes and see if he likes it. I mean, I can always just revert back. I can always revert it back if I have to. All right, let me try something. What if I dramatic, dramatically increase the lighting of the character? What happens to that?
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
No, it doesn't seem to work, so I'm going to just tone it down a bit. keep going. Let's keep going. Come on, wake up, wake up. Oh, that's not good. What happened here? Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna save the slippers in just a moment. I'm gonna get back to blocking the light and dark hard lights first. No, no, this doesn't look right. Alright, let's try that again. That's better. Have a good night, Shirley Vega. I appreciate you and stopping by. Alright, I'm gonna keep this part now, but if it looks a little awkward later on, I can always just remove it. Alright, let me try this. I want to take this out. Yeah, because I feel like the error on that part is the light is coming from this area of the robe, and it'll be a little awkward if the light comes from in front of him, it'll make sense to have the highlights there, but since it's on the side, it makes more sense to have it just one side of the robe. So that's why I'm just keeping it that way. Alright, I say with the remaining time that we have, I'm going to just take care of this part, and they're going to call it. Unfortunately, today is like a very light day. Because, like I said, I mean, I did start this session a little late, but hey, I mean, today has been quite a surprise with a surprise guest, so that I'm very happy about. This is where I'm going to trace over this part. I'm just going to take my time and do this. All right. So the font is serif. So I'm going to do my best to etch this out much as I can, but like due to limited pixels, I can't do much. So I'm going to do my best. Right. Yeah, this is going to be the last bit I'm going to do, which is this. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. And all right, I know time's up. I just want to take care of this part before I conclude. I mean, thankfully, it's not is crazy. I mean, it's like I said, it's not. It's a good thing the details in this is not as crazy, so I can just do this and call it a day for now. I mean, I know I repeat myself, but I do feel bad that today has been a short one. I think for this one, I'm going to pause on streaming this, and I'm going to be working this on my own time because I just want to get this done. Because I feel like if I keep on streaming the same thing over and over, then people will get bored of. I feel like it'll be like a little too repetitive. So this will be the last. This will be like the last stream you'll see this before the reveal. So that's all I'll say in that part. And you know what? While I'm here, I might as well just take care of this part. No, actually, I'm gonna hold it off. Okay, so that's the end of round two. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to wrap this up. I mean, for what we have, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, we got the pickle jar that's all detailed and everything's all ready to go. And for Monty himself, right now the blocking of the lighting is there. I just have to work on a bit more with the gradient and the soft light of the character itself. And I feel like once I get the rest of the background detailed and all set up, then I feel like this will slowly make sense. Because right now it feels like a little awkward from where he is, but I know that once I get the rest of the lighting and everything sorted out, then, like I said, this should make a lot more sense. So I think we're gonna wrap it up on that part, unless people have last thing to say um, on this piece. I'd say that should be it for today. And like I said, for this one, this will be the last. This will be the last stream you'll see for this thing, because I just want to get this done as soon as possible, because I don't want this project to drag on a little too long. So yeah, that's pretty much it. But let's see who we have here. All right, but yeah, Amalith, Annie Draymond, thank you to you two for sticking by. I I mean, today has been quite a surprise, especially with an old friend of mine stopping by, and oh man, like it feels good. But yeah, all right. But it looks like everyone. I feel like everyone's all ready to go. So at this point, I'm gonna wrap up everything. So thank you all for stopping by. It's been great, and um, for the next stream, it'll be a lot different. So it'll be like a different prompt. So there's that. But until then, have a good night, and I should have this done hopefully by the end of the week. But if not, sometime next week. But until then, have a good night.